Thank you for joining the cookie table. Before we jump into our amazing guest, Rebecca Harold with Margaret James, and rewind the moment, I wanted to address I intentionally lied to you on my Instagram stories the other week. I so badly wanted to put out an episode 2 Wednesdays ago when one was due. This has been so intense launching a brand new business of Joyful Commons, paired with our busy season for Joyful Events and the busiest year Joyful Events has ever had. I'm incredibly grateful for the business. I'm incredibly grateful for how everything is going. Finding the balance between it all and having a toddler at home has been a little tough. Didn't mean to lie to you. I really wanted that episode to go out. I wanted to be able to record it. But with all of that going on, paired with the fact that my regular studio has moved and it has changed, the other studio that is with the same company that we're in today, and this episode you will see, only records 9 to 5, which isn't a problem for myself. I wanted to have my picnic business partner, Brittany, on as that episode that I didn't record. She has a day job. So once I saw those hours, it kind of just screwed everything I wanted to do and had planned it. I was like, I'm too busy for this anyways. I don't have the time. So thank you for bearing with me again. Thank you for being here along for the ride and for being an avid listener. I do apologize, and I promise through the rest of this year, as things get slower, I will be more consistent. But thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. My name is Jade, owner and principal planner of Joyful Events by Jade, and this is The Cookie Table. This is a podcast all about love, marriage, relationships, and the wedding industry, wedding news. Perfect for anyone that is getting married, is married, a wedding vendor, or someone that just loves weddings. Grab your favorite cookie from the cookie table, pour yourself a glass of Chardonnay, and let's get into it. Rebecca Harold, welcome to the cookie table.
Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh. Thanks for coming to this really neat, different studio.
It is so neat. So very neat.
It's so cool. The typical studio that I record in has not been, they're moving. So it hasn't been accessible, but they apparently own this one, and this is really fun. So thanks for meeting me over here in Oakland.
Of course.
Rebecca, you own Margaret James Photography first and foremost. You do videography as well.
Yeah. That's like more recent, within the last 2 to 3 years.
So when did you launch exactly?
So I launched Margaret James in 2019, that January.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're kind of close to me and Joyful Events. I launched in technically August of 2018.
Oh, okay.
So we're pretty close in that. So that's first and foremost. And you also now own Rewind the Moment, which we are going to heavily get into as well. So you're a Lady Lock girly.
I am.
Very popular.
Those are thick.
Yeah, some thick boys. Grandview Bakery, as always, thank you. Yeah, they make some very thick lady locks. But they look great, though.
Yeah, they do. They do.
They look so good, so good. So Margaret James is the story of your grandparents.
Yeah.
Correct? So I think that's really neat. It's very different. I feel like everyone else is just like their name.
Yeah.
And I think the first time I worked with you, when I found out your name was Rebecca, I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I went on your website. I was like, oh, very cool, very cool. So I want you to tell me all about that story and the inspiration of their love story being your business's name.
Okay. So this was like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Officially. So probably like around this time. 7 years ago, I remember so it was after me and my husband's own wedding. So we actually just celebrated our 7-year anniversary on, what's today, the 6th? 2 days ago.
Happy anniversary.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But that's when it all kind of started. And we were sitting on my parents' back porch, and I was like, I know what I would name my business if I ever started one. And I was like, Margaret James. So that's just what it was from the very get-go.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, Rebecca Harold, that doesn't sound... I mean, I don't not love my name.
Right.
But like Rebecca Harold Photography, like it just didn't flow and like give that kind of like essence that I wanted it to. Mm-hmm. So I was like, Margaret James. If I ever did it, I'm like, that would be it.
Oh,
so
that's very sweet.
Yeah.
Are
it
your
was.
grandparents still around?
They're not. So I never actually met my grandfather, James, but my grandmother passed away when I was 10. So yeah, it's been a while, but
Yeah. Well, that's a really sweet, different name.
Yeah.
And to kind of ode to your grandparents, I think that's fantastic. So you do photo and video.
yes.
Do you have separate shooters for that, or you work in multiple cameras?
Oh God, if only I could duplicate myself and do it and do it both at the same time.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. But no, when I offer photo and video, it's myself doing photo and then I'll have someone else doing video. But a lot of the times it's either photo or video, so I can actually do both.
Okay.
Yeah, personally.
There are some people that it's one person doing both. And I don't personally understand that. I don't
Who
think
does
that's
that?
beneficial. I know. It was, I won't say who, but
Yeah.
someone that apparently I think they were newer.
Okay.
And there was like 2 people that I've heard of doing this whole photo video thing together. And I don't think that makes, I don't know. Tell me about your thoughts on how that's not beneficial to couples getting married.
I feel like that's a lot. Just to even put on like one person. And then like I've heard of videographers offering photography, I guess, but they just take the stills from like, you know what I mean? Like
The
export
video.
still images from the video. I would never do that.
No.
Just because like that's too much. That's also too much pressure. Like we can't redo your wedding day either. So if one or the other gets screwed up, I'd rather just focus on one thing at a time.
Right. Well, just letting people out there know what you're getting when you book specific vendors. Makes sense to get a separate photographer and a separate videographer, please.
Yeah, unless they have a team, for sure.
Yes, absolutely. Does working with a planner make your life easier or harder, would you say, from a photo and video standpoint?
It just depends who the planner is. So, like, there have been times where I've been at weddings and there's been a planner, but, like, you don't even know the planner's really there.
Yeah.
And then also, like, it could go either way. But I feel like I'm such a controlling person, too, to where, like, I always kind of have a handle on the timeline anyway. So I don't need to be babysat,
Yeah.
So it's not, you just keep things going.
Yeah.
So, like, it is easier sometimes.
Yeah.
But other times it's just like,
Do you feel like you are being babysat in some scenarios?
no.
Okay. Well, good. Well, then nobody's babysitting you, Rebecca.
Yeah. And, like, I think the main thing, a lot of planners will stick around for, like, family formals or whatever and be like, do you need help with this? And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
like, you go do your thing. Like, I'm fine with calling names.
Yeah. Which I love that.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Some aren't that great at it.
Yeah.
It happens where they just don't do a good job. You are someone that I don't have to worry about what you're doing, which is very rare when I do. Thank God at this point in my career, I feel like I work with all really wonderful people, but every now and then someone will sneak through there that you're just like, this isn't going so well.
Yeah. Yeah.
This isn't going so well. When working with a planner, do you edit your processes at all when it comes to timeline, or do you still build your own on your end and all of that?
So I think it all just depends when I get the planner's timeline.
Yeah.
So I'll send a wedding day questionnaire about 2 months prior to someone's big day.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I'll build a photo or video timeline from that. When it comes to video, I'm not really as much worried about building a timeline because the photographer is likely going to do that. And we're just rolling with the photographer. I'm not trying to do, my own thing when it comes to that. But when it comes to photo, I'm usually still building a timeline because it's not included. Like, I just like to include buffer time too.
For sure.
You know what I mean? That way it's like we're not rushing any portraits or any moments, and people can actually have like room to breathe on their wedding day.
Yeah.
Rather than feeling like it's a photo shoot because it's not.
Right.
Yeah. And you don't want it to be.
No.
You don't.
You need to breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this on the podcast before. It's tough because I think some planners don't, when they do connect with a photographer or another vendor, they're not saying right off the bat what the services they were hired for.
Yeah.
So sometimes you're getting timelines later, you're getting them earlier, and it can look like, oh, well, this doesn't make sense, but it's because of the service that the planner was hired for.
Yeah.
I try to work on timelines 3 months out, so I'm at least catching that time frame as when photo would usually start working on one. At least I hope.
Yeah.
But so usually for my full scale clients specifically, I try to complete most of their questionnaires from like a planning standpoint because it's supposed to take that off of them, right? That's my job, is full scale planning. But when they have like questions in there that are very specific or detailed, like I'll be like, these are the ones I'll answer for you, but I need you to answer these because I'm not going to tell your photographer what means the most to you on your wedding day, right? That's not my job to do that. But I did recently have, I'm not exaggerating, I think it was over 100 questions for a photographer questionnaire for a full scale client.
Okay.
It was very, very, very intense. And she was fantastic. We talked on the phone and she's like, I have no notes. Like your timeline is wonderful. You have time in it. You have all this stuff. It basically matches mine. And I wanted to be like, well, then why are we filling out a 100 question questionnaire?
That's just a time suck.
Is that fair to say of me, or is that rude of me to say?
No.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't think either. So I have like a photo only questionnaire, video only questionnaire, and then like a photo and video questionnaire. And even like the photo and video, it's not near, I don't think, 100 questions. But a lot of it is like, what address do I need to be at and when? Like, you know what I mean? So it's just me ironing out all those details and then later being like, what details are most important to you on your wedding day that you don't have to tell me that day. Like, I want to know everything ahead of time.
For sure.
So like, if I get a timeline from you and it includes everything, we don't need anything extra or to add any time in, like I just need those meaningful details that would come directly from the couple rather than from the planner.
For sure.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I was just like, holy shit. I had to like take a minute.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, dude, this is a lot. I mean, I appreciate the details.
Yeah.
I just think when why work harder when you could work smarter and we could work together on it, I guess, is like my time.
And that's a lot of pressure on the couple as well to receive a questionnaire in that length if they wouldn't have a planner to be filling that out, to being like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like that is a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, modifying, trusting your colleagues is always a good thing.
Yeah.
When that happened, I was like, I'm gonna talk to Rebecca about this.
Yeah.
I was like, because I'd love to get some thoughts. Going into that, Brittany, who owns the Pittsburgh Bachelorette, she texted me randomly and she said, I have a random question for you, maybe for the podcast. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna shout that question out.
Okay.
Should wedding vendors add a fee when the couple does not have a wedding planner or even a day of coordinator?
So like from my perspective as like photo video, I would never.
Yeah.
But maybe when it comes to like other vendors where it's more like logistical, they need to set up, need to know where to be and when, like not directly as working with the couple.
Right.
Then maybe, but like I will never.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm still doing the same job. I'm still doing the same thing. Like, yeah, sometimes it makes my life a little bit easier when a planner is involved, but no, you're a professional and like you were hired to do a job and you can do it either way.
Right. It doesn't really change.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I thought it was a really interesting topic to throw out there. I think it just would depend on the vendor. I completely agree. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I mean, falls onto the couple if you don't have a planner, which
Right.
For the most part.
I mean, at the very least, have like a designated contact person besides the couple.
Yeah, someone. I hear you. Okay. Let's get into Rewind the Moment.
Okay.
So you officially launched Rewind the Moment, which is a camcorder rental business and video business this year, yes?
I think it was May.
Was it May?
I think it was. Yeah.
This year is just flying.
I think it was May.
We don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Give me the idea and the why behind you launching Rewind the Moment.
It feels like forever ago. But
so when did you come up with the idea?
Okay, so it was last year. Last August. It was actually for a photo wedding that everything's a blur, that I got the camcorders for. And they were just like my kind of people. So shout out to Charmaine and Nick. They only had me for photo. They didn't have a second shooter or anything. And I was like, well, I could bring these camcorders. And I feel like that would be the vibe. And they did so good with them. So a week later, or maybe it was a week previously, I don't know, I had a video wedding and I brought the camcorders as well. And I just wanted something different to start incorporating in video too.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like when there is a professional camera in your face, people just kind of look at it and they smile and they're like, okay, you can like go away now. But especially when it comes like for photo, that's one thing, you know, like you can snap a picture of them smiling. When you have a video camera, right, and you're rolling and they stop and smile and it's like, I'm going to do nothing with this shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're never going to see this ever because it's not a photo. And two, like I just wanted you to continue to like laugh and carry on and do exactly what you wanted to do. So I'm like, okay, well, if someone, a guest or a bridesmaid or a groomsman or literally whoever has a camcorder, you know who's behind that. So you're less likely to stop what you're doing. You're going to continue like carrying on as you were because like you're not thinking anything of it. Like you're not having to necessarily perform for a professional video camera like you would. You know what I mean? Like it's just someone, it's familiar. It's someone that you know, right? So after that, I started incorporating camcorders into my normal like video work. Nice. And then I had a thought. I was like, well, I could just sell this. I could literally just sell this. So I was sitting on it for a while. And then I think it was April of this year, it like came across my feed that someone else, like another videographer started doing this. I was like, shit, like
I need to do this now.
I need to do this now because if I don't do it, I'm never going to do it. And like, I can't wait until it's perfect. Like we're just doing this. So I did it.
Hell yeah.
And it's out there now.
It is out there.
And I do have a few bookings for weddings this year, but it has been a lot of like family vacations, honeymoons, like stuff like that. But I love that though, because that was the whole thing too. Like that other business, they focus on weddings, you know, things like that. But I'm like, your life does not stop after your wedding day. Like it is only just the beginning. And I've always thought this, like, you know, with family portraits and even portraits, if you don't even choose to have kids, you know, I'm like, why would you stop documenting your life after your wedding? Like if your wedding day was your peak, like I hope it's not, but like I feel really bad for you if it was, because like there's so much more life to live after that. Yeah. And for people to stop documenting it, like why? Like that's not even half of your story.
How old are you? Do you mind me asking?
I'm 33.
Okay. I'm 31. So you're a 90s baby. Yeah, hell yeah. When the those big old camcorders were always in our face, you know. And growing up, we would look back at those wonderful home videos. They're still around and we still have them, but it's sad because now we just have our iPhones, right? Everything just lives on our iPhone, and then like how often are we really going back and even looking at our iPhones? It gets lost in 7,000, which I think is what I'm up to, dear God, photos and videos, right? Yeah. So the idea of bringing the camcorder back, taking it to a vacation or your honeymoon, what are some other ideal scenarios, do you think, for recording things? Parties.
Just everyday life.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So we have like a camcorder that I have for my family now to where we're like, I don't use it as much as I should, but like that we can just pick up and record it at any point in time. And there have been a couple families that I've sent one to that have just recorded their everyday life. You know, you have the camcorder for like a month and like
that's cool.
That's so many clips. And like, here's the thing too, with a camcorder, like, yes, you can do it on your phone. Yes, you could put like reels or videos or whatever together of your family, but like the camcorder is for you. It removes the distraction of your phone. How often do you pick up your phone to take like a picture or something of your kid and you're like, oh, I see an email come through. Let me swipe down. And then you get sucked into that
all the time.
So especially like for family vacations and stuff, like just remove that, you know, like the BS of
that's beautiful.
Cell phone world.
That's beautiful. We need to do more of that. And you are taking this camcorder back and editing the video. Yeah. Which is even cooler. So now you have a clip, kind of like a wedding highlight. But again, your wedding wasn't your peak, so we hope. So you're getting these highlights of your life as well.
Yes. Yes, you are. So, like, you'll get all the raw camcorder clips. Like,
Okay.
I'm not going to rob you of any memories. Like, you took
Very
those.
cool.
You can have those. And then also you'll get, like, a 3 to 5 minute film, depending on how much footage you turn back over to me from the time that you had the camcorder.
Very cool. Is there a max on how long people can record for?
Okay, so I think I use 32 or 64 gigabyte cards, and it's 6 hours of footage.
Okay.
So I've never had someone use that. I have problems where it's like people
would be a
return the
lot.
camcorder and it would only be like 30 to 40 clips, and I'm like, let's do more. Let's do better. Like, record more. Like, these little moments, they don't seem much like now, but you're gonna be glad that you had them someday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're giving the raw footage back, and then
Yeah.
are you including, like, do you have different packages for the edit for like a reel, like a highlight reel, for example? Or
No.
is that included? Can people add that on?
Yeah, so it's just automatically included. So you
Nice.
get the camcorder rental, and then also all of the raw footage from the camcorder, and then automatically just that like 3 to 5 minute highlight film.
Very cool. When these camcorders are at weddings, so you're still doing that as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite part of that, like going on the dance floor? Do you think it adds to a wedding, kind of makes it a little bit less serious in a good way?
Yeah. So I actually just had a wedding where I was only there for 6 hours of coverage. It was fine. They mainly wanted the ceremony and the toast. It was kind of like a last minute booking. But I was like, hey, I've been sending camcorders prior to the wedding day to all my couples that have video. I'm like, would you be interested in this? They were like, yes, absolutely. So they took to the camcorder to get their marriage license. I wasn't there for that much of party dancing, so the camcorder stayed. I left. They shipped them back to me after the fact. So, like, we were able to tell their story as a whole with only having 6 hours of professional coverage. And, like, yeah, just the moments. I think what has been more special about, like, wedding day coverage are the moments leading up to the wedding day. So you'll have them, like, all the week before. So, like, did a full scale, they had their wedding at the Pennsylvanian. So they were loading in, they were loading out. They did like family interviews. They were like words for the couple, stuff like that from all the members of the family that were there unloading. So like that's cool to see like
really
that
cool.
different like aspect of things. And it just brings more personality into your final film. You know what I mean? So
How long do you think, I mean, obviously we want the answer to be forever, right?
Yeah.
But do you think this is something that is a trend, or do you think this will stay for a long time?
no, I think it's a trend.
She's saying.
No, I think it's a trend.
Yeah.
It's just like anything else though. Like
Yeah.
it may stick around. It may. Like, yeah, I hope it does for sure. But like, yeah, obviously I feel like now, you know, like us in our 30s, like things just come back around, right?
Yeah.
So it's the younger generation that like wants that nostalgia and
Yeah.
that like, oh, this is, dare I say, like retro or like something like that. And you're like, no, dude, like this is what it was like before.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
So like it may last.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, I definitely think it's a little bit of a trend.
Yeah. I love your
I'm gonna ride it out though.
Yeah. How fucking yeah you are. So funny. How do you feel? So I feel like ever since you launched, and it's tough. So like trends, because I kind of experienced this with Joyful Commons. Is I thought I was like the first person doing this in Pittsburgh, and I really thought I was.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I launched, literally the day of, someone was like, "Oh, there's something similar to this in Wexford," and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like,
Yeah.
I literally searched and I did everything to find this, and I didn't see it. And then as soon as I created it, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah.
You know. So how does that feel? Because I feel like you and I can relate to that.
Well, that was literally the same thing with me with Rewind the Moment. I'm like, I have this fresh idea. I don't think it's ever been done before. Like, you just have your blinders on because you're like so in your head like, thinking about like what things could be or like, I don't know, just your ideas. And then you like are open to the world and you start
Seeing stuff.
I don't know.
Like it
well,
comes
also like
to you.
social media like reads your brain. So I'm like scrolling on TikTok or like Instagram or whatever, and it's like, oh, here's these 10 other people that are doing the same exact thing. I didn't copy anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but there are other people having these ideas and doing the same exact thing. But I think the biggest thing is, and it's always been with like Margaret James too. Like, first off, no one can ever replicate Margaret James' story. That's kind of like why I stuck with that name, because at one point I was like teeter-tottering. I was like, should I just go to Rebecca Harold? You know what I mean? I'm like, but no. I'm like, that story cannot be replicated. I'm going with that. Like, that's what it's going to be. But like, no one can replicate your heart behind what you're doing either. Absolutely. You know? So I'm like, okay, I literally don't care if like 20 other people, or even if people in Pittsburgh start doing the camcorder thing. Right. I'm like, if your heart is not like right behind it, I feel like that's eventually going to like come to the surface, and people are going to be able to sniff that out. So I'm like, I just want to be as, you know, real, and like I do believe in it. Anything that I do believe in, because if not, like I wouldn't do it, because I can't fake that shit.
Yeah. Which is such a good thing, and because of that authenticity, this will stick way more over anybody else that's trying to do it. And I think separating it is very smart too, because it shows people that this isn't just a wedding thing, because I've seen local photographers and videographers offering this now. Yeah. I saw a couple this year that I was just like, oh, okay. And you just, again, you're like, okay. Here we go. Yeah. Are you copying Rebecca? Like, I'll fucking dare you.
Copy away. I don't care.
But I saw a few pop up, but it's just stuck in the idea of it's your wedding day and it's part of the wedding day, which I think is still great. Yeah. But you showing people that this is more than just your wedding day and documenting your life, that will stick, I think, way longer.
Yes. Because why would you not want that?
Yeah, exactly.
And like, even like when you think back, like when we were kids or whatever. So with Rewind the Moment, I did like photos or whatever. I'm like, I need a tube television. Yeah. Okay. So I still have like all my old VHS tapes and stuff. So like going through and watching those like VHS tapes on the tube television, completely different. But so like you go through all the footage of those tapes, and like those tapes, they probably hold like 1 to 2 hours of footage, right? Half of them are a blue screen. And like I feel like, well, my parents, they didn't record that much. Like it wasn't that much. So I'm like, you need to do little by little to be able to capture like your life. Yeah. It's not going to take a lot. No. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Your website, I think both of your websites mention nostalgia. Yeah. Do you find yourself pretty like, I know where we established we're 90s babies. Yeah. Do you listen to a lot of like older music? Like, what is your feeling when it comes to kind of the past and your current life?
I just kind of live in it.
You just live it. It's like your favorite thing ever.
I live under a rock, and like everything that, like, I don't listen to any music. So like 90s playlists and like, you know, like all of that. I don't know. I feel like things obviously were much more simpler then. You know, like our parents weren't worrying about, I mean, maybe they were, what other people thought, obviously. But like you weren't taking content or taking videos for the sake of showing other people. Yeah. You know, like it's not going to amount to shit. Yeah. When everything is said and done.
I know. It's incredibly true. I was scrolling on TikTok the other day, or it might have been Instagram Reels. I saw it 2 weeks later. You know how that is. Right. But somebody said something about, it was cute. It was a video of a mom and their toddler, and the toddler was painting on a canvas, and then she hung the canvas up in the house. And I thought it was very sweet. I thought nothing negative of it. Yeah. But someone commented and said, "Dear God, show this poor child some color. Your whole Instagram is only beige, sad beige mom." Yeah. And she responded, was like, "There's so much that I do that's off of the camera." Yeah. Like, you know, trust me, he gets a lot of plastic, colorful, light toys as well. I just don't post about that. So I thought it was very interesting. That kind of goes to the point of she is showing and being so showy of this beige mom aesthetic all online. Yeah. And the focus of her toddler painting is for everybody to see. Yeah. From like an influencer standpoint, which is kind of sad. Right?
Yeah. I mean, like, girl got to make her money. That's fine. Yeah. You know? But like, yeah, I feel like as
you're doing it all for show.
Yeah. And honestly, like our generation is caught up in that too, because like Instagram became a thing, and like you're posting, you're competing, you're, you know, keeping up
with the Kardashians, quite literally. Yeah.
And like, but no one cares. Yeah. Like that's not what matters. Like, you know, especially when you do have children, like, I feel like something in your brain just kind of shifts.
Heavily.
And like me and my husband talk about this all the time. I'm like, nobody beyond these four walls of our home really matter.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like we are our family. We are the family that we are building. And like, it all starts here.
Yep.
So like,
sure as hell does. Yeah.
You know?
And that is fantastic that you have those conversations and you feel that way. Because
Yeah.
I don't think everybody has that tunnel vision on their family as well as they should.
Yeah.
Sometimes. I honestly don't. But the idea of nostalgia in your businesses and the camcorder, it strips that all back to what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Which I think is really beautiful.
And I think with like Margaret James, that's what like brings it back to that, right? Like everyone, this is how I'd like to think of Margaret James. So everyone is essentially like Margaret and James, right?
Yeah.
Like, might not be your names, but like you have a legacy that you are leaving behind.
Right.
And the fact that like it's just pulling you back to that, you know?
Yeah. You are a mom.
Yeah.
You have one kid, right?
Two. I have two daughters.
How old are they?
Palmer just turned 5 and Maddie turned 2 in March. So she's like 2.5 or something.
Okay. God bless you.
Thanks.
God bless you. Do you see yourself eventually getting out of weddings? Is there any goal with that? Do you think Rewind the Moment could turn into something more where you're not doing the weddings as much as you do on Saturdays? Tell me about that.
It's not really.
Do you like doing weddings? You want to keep doing them?
I
Yeah.
really do like weddings.
I do too.
I feel like that it really brings me joy. It gives me some sense of purpose other than being a mom and being at home. You know what I mean? Like I get to not like put my face on, but like I get to be excited about something else, you know? And that's my couple's wedding days. So I only take like 15 to 20 weddings each year.
Good.
So, and I was never going to be like
The 30 to 40 or something a year. Yeah.
No,
which some
I
people
would die. But with Rewind the Moment, I didn't necessarily launch it in thinking like, oh, this could help me get out of weddings.
Yeah.
This could help supplement some income. It was just like, I believe in this idea and like whatever comes of it is like just gravy. It's bonus, you know?
Yeah. Which is great.
Yeah.
And it's low overhead too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So how many camcorders do you have right now?
I think I only have about 20, but like.
Okay. Only 20.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. But I'm like, and that helps too. Like I could do as many weddings for as many camcorders if I had every single weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like multiple trips each month for families or just like everyday life. So like there is really no limit with that.
Yeah.
You know, it's all who wants to rent them and whatever else.
So there's availability.
There is availability.
No, 20 is great. Have you had anyone return any video yet that you wish you didn't see when you were editing it and pulling it from the camcorder? Was there anything like cringy or weird or like the people forgot maybe the camera was rolling? Anything like that happen yet?
Girl, I don't judge. I don't
maybe
judge.
It's not
I
cringy.
don't care.
Maybe it wasn't not safe for
yeah,
work.
like, I mean, maybe not. I don't know. Groomsmen are so gross, too, where it's like, you know, but I mean, I don't care. And if it's something that is like seriously inappropriate, like that would never make its way back to the couple or obviously into the film.
Yeah.
But like, I don't judge. It's just what it is what it is. Like, you know who your people are, you know? Like,
yeah.
That's
so funny. It's the same with like the audio guest books.
Yeah.
Someone's listening to what you're saying.
Right.
Like, it's just, but yeah, hey. To each their own.
Yeah.
To each their own. But do you just know Rebecca sees it? She sees it. She's editing it. So what is so fun about the camcorders and Joyful Commons? So I feel like we have a lot of kind of similarities with just like starting a different business, something that's different. It's not our typical weddings, but being family based.
Yeah.
Obviously, again, you're a mom, I'm a mom, and just the whole focusing on your family. So I thought having Rewind the Moment camcorder at the Joyful Commons grand opening party would be just perfect because it kind of brings the two feelings and thoughts together into something, and it brings that nostalgia camcorder look to some fun videos with that, which is basically what I'm going for as well. So
yeah.
I'm really excited that there is going to be a camcorder at the grand opening party on August 17th. And I really appreciate that and it being there. It's probably going to go to Heather Davis, who has been my business coach.
Yeah.
I said, do you want to film some stuff?
Oh,
she's like, hell yeah. So that'll be making its way around the grand opening party.
Amazing.
Which would be fun. So thank you.
So I brought the box. It's over there.
Yes, go grab it. Let's look at it. Let's check this bad boy out.
So there are 2 windows on there. You can open it.
Okay. So how does this work?
Okay. So I'll ship out a box. It'd have your name, whatever on it. Usually inside of it, it would include a return label. But with yours and everyone else's, so there is a yeah. So I'll include like ideas of what I think you should shoot, you know, because it's like you get a camera and you're just like, oh, what do I do with this? You know, like, what do you want me to do? So, yeah. So I don't want you to capture just the grand opening because it's not about that.
Talked about, yes.
I'm like, you should capture, you know, because what? That's like 11 days from now? All the leading up to. Like, you know, you guys and your son there and like just your heart behind it rather than just like the grand opening. Because like it's so much more than the grand opening, right? Like it has been so much like lead up to and planning and like it's your vision like coming to fruition. So
thank you.
You're welcome.
So some ideas that are listed on here: a team meeting or moment of organizing the chaos, favorite corner or feature that makes you proud in the space. Oh, this is all really special, Rebecca. Thank you. Oh, so nice. So do you do this for everyone?
Yeah, I do. So it'll be like,
God, that's special.
So like in Canva, I'll just, you know, change everything that I need to and just print one out for every single one. That's because everyone's story is different too. You know, like no one, you know, rental will have the same suggestions on what to capture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the front talks about how it works, which is obviously super helpful. You need to know that. What do you do when you're done? And then I think the ideas are great. I mean, just to help, give you those thoughts of what do I do? Because I think a lot of people it could be very easy to be like, well, what do I record? What do I do with this?
Right.
A quick vibe check moment. I just love it. This is great. Okay, can I show the camera? Okay. Okay, so what am I looking at here?
Okay, so that's your portable charger.
Portable charger.
Yeah. Just
nice. Does this come fully charged?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm gonna send you a dead one.
Just want to make sure. Okay, so portable charger, that's great. And then, oh my gosh, look at this.
That's the camcorder.
Look at how cute it is. I love it. So fun.
And then you just open it to turn it on.
Perfect. Oh, yep, she's turning on.
Yep, and then you hit the red button, like where your thumb would go to record.
Nice.
Some people can't figure it out. They really can't.
Well, yeah, that's the red button is definitely pretty obvious. And then when you're done with the clip, you just close it.
So you'll hit record again, like you'll hit record to start, hit record to end, just like you would your phone, and then to turn it off, you can close it.
Okay, perfect. Oh my gosh. And then it just compiles it all.
Yeah.
And then I send it on back to you when we're all done.
Yeah.
The portable charger is so smart. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah, I thought about doing like batteries, but batteries are so easily lost.
Yeah.
And like also that's convenient because like if you were on vacation, you need to charge your phone too. Like I'm not going to tell you what you can and cannot use it for. Multi-purpose.
Yeah. Well, when you head to dinner, you can plug it in for a few minutes or something while you're at dinner and then take it to Mini Papa or
and
whatever.
Then especially with like weddings too. Because I'm like a portable charger. No one's going to keep track of batteries, you know.
That's very smart.
Yeah.
The note inside explaining it all is super, super thoughtful and just adds to your authenticity behind your brands and everything that you do. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm so excited. And there'll be some, good old reels on Instagram of the footage afterwards. But, but I really, really appreciate it. I really appreciate you joining me today.
Of course.
And can't wait to get the camcorder going.
Yeah. Do it. Go for it.
Thanks,
Capture
Rebecca.
it all. No moment is too small.
I know. I might just throw a couple little cute ones of Jack's. He cracks me up.
And I want to hear like a recap after, like from you on the camcorder.
A recap
of how the grand opening went and what your thoughts were and what you're excited for next.
Perfect. I'll do all of that.
Okay.
Thanks, Rebecca.
You're
Thanks for
welcome.
being here.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
Margaret-james.com is how you find Rebecca for photography and videography for your wedding. And then for the honeymoon, go to rewindthemoment.co. Grab a camcorder to take with you on your honeymoon, maybe your next family vacation, or like Rebecca said, around the house. Let's capture those raw moments again.